Good day, everyone, and welcome to Obidient Family TV. The program is Hope Alive. Yes, there is hope, and the new Nigeria is possible. Now, good morning, afternoon, and evening, depending your time zone. Today, we are here to discuss the things trending news and on APP, to Benue State, and across all the states that you see. It is all about the undemocratic elections that are happening in Nigeria. And the political tension in Rivers State continue today. As you know, fresh explosions. Several local government areas of Rivers State. The latest is linked to this order that is given by the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Ogbotokun, for the secretariats of the 23 local governments to be unsealed by the immediate withdrawal of police officers who had occupied the council since July. If this doesn't tell Nigerians anything, it does tell us Obedience, who knew what they do. Already the secretariat of LGA in the state is on fire as at this morning, and several other buildings have been put on fire. And the vehicles are set ablaze, an explosion from a different local governments of Rivers States. In Oba, Edema, and the other Adoni local government, protesters invaded the council headquarters in Omoku, not allowing the newly sworn-in chairman to even resume office. The current report coming in as we speak now suggests that imagine widespread looting in several council offices across Rivers State as supporters of former Governor Nyesom Wike, who have rejected the outcome of the recent local government election, continue to protest the swearing in of council chairman by Governor Fubara. The unrest has escalated into looting, with office equipment and materials being carted away by angry protesters in multiple local government areas of Rivers State. These pro-Wike supporters has refused to accept the newly elected chairman, claiming that the election were flawed and supposed to be in favor of Wike. This development follows reports of gunfire in several other LGAs, as I mentioned earlier, as political tension escalates across Rivers State. So much. And this unrest, of course, we know it follows the same thing I started with, which is this recent swearing in of the council chairman and the withdrawal of the police from this council earlier. Now, with me to have these very discussions, I have active Nigerians who are joining me via Zoom to have this very discussion. As you know, we'll be having a very, very tense time this evening, because everywhere, even in the mainstream media, everybody seemed quiet on why police should suddenly, today being Monday, withdraw and let all loose were let very, very uncomfortable in Rivers State. Was this a collusion? Was this an arranged deal with Wike, with the Inspector General of Police? Questions and questions that beg for answer. Let me start this discussion with Mr. Bassi, who is joining us very close to the Rivers State where all these things are happening, who has an ear to the ground on the issues that are escalating. Also, we'll be discussing with us on the issues on Akwa Ibom State, where the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, lamented that he does not understand how the states are getting their local government council elections on 100%. So let's start this very discussion with Mr. Bassi. Mr. Bassi, in Rivers State, please do indulge to tell us what your thoughts are, especially as we learned that looting has continued. There is chaos, and every eruptables has erupted in Rivers State today. And also tell us your thoughts whether police, having left the council areas this morning, were doing this in collaboration with Wike, or they just left like they said that their job is done. But immediately they left, everything escalated. Everything were let loose as if it was a timed operation. Mr. Bassi, please tell us. You have an ear to the ground in Rivers State. Tell us what is going on there.
Good evening, Mr. Kanu. Thanks for having me. Good evening, Zoom panelists.
Order the withdrawal of the policemen from this Rivers State secretariats, and the position, our thoughts are that it is deliberate and it's intentional, because the moment the police left the secretariats, the 23 local government secretariats in the state, we see a whole lot of things that has happened over there. So, of course, you know that the secretariat were sealed the agreement between the caretaker committee chairman and the people of the immediate past government chairman, royal to Nyesom Wike. So why is it today of all days that they had to vacate, and immediately they vacated, Nyesom Wike protesters took over all the local governments, vandalizing it and doing all of that? That was my question.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, thanks for having me. Good evening, viewers across the world, wherever you're listening from. Going on in this country. Whatever is happening in Rivers State, police should be held responsible. They are supposed to be an agency of security that takes care of law and order and prevent all form of anarchy and crime in the society. Why would a police that quickly sealed up the local government council quarters when the court judgment was given way back in June, and refuse to vacate that environment, all of a sudden decided to withdraw from the local government headquarters without even making further arrangement for protection of life and properties in that council? Is it that there's no intelligence that would have informed the police that there's going to be breakdown of law and order in the state, in those councils, when even it was very obvious that the former local government chairman in the 3 affected local government, the one Osike in Ikwere, in Emoha, what was his name? Chidi, Leod, and then in Eleme, the local government chairman that came out to even threaten fire and brimstone, that let him see who was going to come and take him out of that place. They knew that these things were bound to happen. So why did they suddenly pull out of the local government quarters with making a security arrangement? Okay, you wanted to vacate and allow the newly elected local government chairman to take over, assume office. Are you not supposed to give them protection? The where is the place of the police protection in that place? So I see this as they are complicit in whatever has happened in Rivers State, and allow the hoodlum to run riot, commit arson in most local government, and in some other places take properties of local government. This is and we allow, because people are not made to face consequences their action. With what has happened today, there's no place where you hear that people have been arrested or have been brought to book. But as it is, this is what impunity have given birth to. This is what lawlessness has given birth to. That at the end of the day, it is the taxpayers' money of some people. Godfather has been displaced in this place. It's the same way that the incoming one is also trying to entrench the Godfather. How can an unknown party in the past how many months, and then all of a sudden come in and win election in 22 local government? In fact, all the local government that the elections were won are unknown parties. Assuming that, but there were some others that participated in that election. At least I know of a faction of APC that contested that election. How come Labour Party did not? This clearly shows you that it is the Godfather and the assumption of another. This is not democracy. If you look at the entire nation, there were about 4 local government elections conducted in about 4 states over the weekend. Benue, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, I think Jigawa, APC 100. In Jigawa, APC 100 over 100. In Rivers, APP, AA, 1%. In Akwa Ibom, I think there was some compromise because from the information I received, it was 31 over 31, 100%. And I also heard the Senate President making comment that how come the local government election, the ruling party will always have 100 over 100. And I laughed and I asked myself, who instituted this during his tenure? Is it not the same thing that happened? Was it not 100 over 100%? So because now that